Chapter 1409. Xingshi did not expect that Alex turned out to be Master Anderson in the eyes of this genius doctor, or even the true dragon on Earth in his eyes. China also has many legends about dragons. After all, the civilization of China was similar to that from Japan, so the two civilizations are separated by a thin strip. In Chinese culture, the dragon is also the highest creature, and its status is almost the same as that of a god. However, she couldn't think of why this old man would call a young man a true dragon on Earth. Naturally, she could not know that Alex's influence on Dr. Billy had subverted Dr. Billy's cognition for decades. With Alex's medical skills and incredible medicine refining skills, in Dr. Billy's eyes, they were the only ones seen in his life and only in the world. Therefore, he has always respected Alex very much. Not to mention, he himself has benefited a lot from Alex. A healing medicine and a rejuvenating pill open a new chapter in his life. This kind of great kindness, he will never forget, and it will never be repaid. At this time, Xingshi saw Dr. Billy's attitude becoming very angry. She hurriedly pleaded humbly, "It's only a momentary impulse for the mentor to offend Mr. Anderson. She is guilty of course, but the crime does not end here. Please show your compassion and help." Dr. Billy waved his hand and said with a very firm expression, "Little girl, the life of the old man can be said to be saved by Master Anderson." The old man stayed in Oris Hill to open a medical clinic to treat his illness and save others. It is also entirely to repay Master Anderson's kindness. Therefore, any offense those who have passed Master Anderson are enemies in the eyes of the old man. The old man knows how to speak and do things well. He doesn't want to add bad words to you, let alone drive you out, so I hope you leave consciously. Xingshi choked with sobs. It is a genius doctor who is kind, you can't die without saving. Dr. Billy arched his hand at her, the doctor is kind, but the kindness is as heavy as a mountain, and the old man has a clear conscience. You don't have to spend any more words, please go back. After that, he turned his face to Luna and said, "Luna, see off the guests." Xingshi still wanted to continue begging and fighting for it, but Dr. Billy had already put his hand behind him and strode towards the room in the hospital. Before Xingshi could speak, Luna, who was on the side, made a gesture of inviting and said, "This lady, please go back." Xingshi sighed sullenly, and said respectfully, "Then please forgive me for interrupting." After finishing speaking, she turned around and left in despair. Kwamsuki followed from beginning to end, but he dared not say a word from beginning to end. In his eyes, picking up girls is important, but personal safety is even more important. His brother was planted in this medical clinic, and he said he didn't dare to make trouble here. Accompanied by Xingshi coming out of clinic, Kwamsuki persuaded softly from the side, "Miss Xingshi, don't care too much. This kind of hidden master temperament is somewhat weird. We can go back to the hotel to rest first, and come back to visit the house another day." During the visit, isn't there a well-known historical illusion in Japan called Sangumalu? It was about a man who went to Zhuge Liang's home 3 times and invited him out of the mountain. After 3 full times, Zhuge Liang agreed to come down. Then we might as well come to medical clinic. Xingshi shook her head and said, "I just saw the look in the eyes of the genius doctor. When he rejected me, he shouldn't leave any room in his heart. Even if I came 3 times or even 30 times, the result might be the same. If you want to solve this matter, you still have to start with that Mr. Anderson." Alex?